this button, and I press this button, and then I press this button. 60, 59, 58. This is a countdown 57, to the Slade and Mayson Show. 55, 54. This continues to be a countdown to the Slade and Mayson Show. 50, 49, 48. You're listening to the countdown to the Slade and Mayson Show. 45. Didn't we do this last week? 43 is the continued countdown 41, to the Slade and Mayson 40, Show. 39, 38. Right now, 37. You're listening 36, to the countdown 35, to the Slade and Mayson Show. 33. Please stand by as you're listening to the countdown 30, to the Slade and Mayson Show. 28.
Finish the donut.
This
Good
is
man.
The countdown to the Slade and Mason Show. 23. 22. We continue 21 with the countdown 20, to the Slade 19, and Mason Show. 18. 17. Stand by 16, as we are 15, now delivering the countdown 14, to the Slade and Mason Show. 12.
This guy's
11,
good.
Yes. 10. This is our countdown 9, to the Slade and Mason Show. 6. 5. 4. Here we go. 3, 2, 1.
Happy days are here again.
Now broadcasting from the Dan Mason Studios, deep in the heart of Virginia, it's the Slade and Mayson Show.
Hi, I'm J.D. Slade.
I'm Dan Mason.
And this is the Slade and Mayson Show.
Good morning, Mr. Slade.
Good morning, Mr. Mason, and Happy New Year. Should an acquaintance be forgot? I think that's public domain, so I don't think we'll get dinged for that one.
Ooh, what's that?
And never brought to mind old acquaintance be forgot. For old acquaintance be forgot. We need a drunken theme to go out of here with.
Oh, forgot.
You know, that always reminds me. I always think about that when I hear Garth Brooks's Friends in Low Places.
Yeah.
Like, it reminded me of my frat house. Hey, I got friends in low. No more than 8 seconds, I know. Hey, get the disclaimer out of the way so we can get this show started.
Okay, let me do the disclaimer. All right. The Slade and Mayson Show is all about you and us. It's like a radio program where we share with you news stories and things that we see throughout the week. It is our take on it. Basically, we're saying things you're thinking.
Get your undies in a knot about it.
That's right. It's just our take on it. We're saying the things that are creeping into your brain cells, but you would never hear on the radio. We're just trying to have fun. Don't take it too seriously. Just enjoy it. All the music you're listening to is brought to you by Dan on Music, unless I tell you otherwise. Let's see. We're always brought to you by Icy Something Icy. We'll talk about that a little bit later. And don't forget to check our Instagram page from 2016. And you tell your friends, neighbors, cops, people in the street. Don't be afraid to tell people. Oh, don't forget.
Don't tell too many cops.
Don't tell too many cops. But don't forget to check out our merch at olfw.com. olfw.com. There's lots of merch for you guys to enjoy.
And if as many people would be listening to this program who listened and who took a look at my video this morning, man, we would triple our audience.
We'd have 3. Oh, for the love of God. All right. Well, do you have your typical morning rant?
Yes, I do, as a matter of fact. And I think for 2020, I'm going to start limiting and shortening my rant, because I realize that generally my rants go 15 or 20 minutes of the program.
Yes, they do. And then we're going. Then we're just. We're just going.
Oh,
bye, everybody. We play the Kuzin music. Bye, everybody. See ya. So we don't want to do that this time out. But go ahead.
All right. You know, I've had a very, very good career in radio, commercial radio.
Uh-oh, I see where this is going.
I've had a lot of fun at it, and and I've gotten to meet a lot of great people. This year, we lost two giants in the industry. Bob Kingston, who of course was Mr. Country Music USA, passed away earlier this year at the age of 80. Wow. And yesterday I got the news that one of the reasons that I got into this business to begin with finally passed away. I'm talking about, and I know you had to listen to him if you were in Jersey.
Yes.
Don Imus.
Yep.
Imus in the morning. It's
quack,
like
quack.
One of the most memorable characters, and I liked it so much that I even tried to steal part of the bit. Was his Reverend Billy Saul Hargis.
Yes.
The Reverend Billy Saul Hargis sold everything under the sun, including the plastic glow-in-the-dark Jesus. Imus, like I say, I was a young kid, 1972. And again, I had just moved to Virginia like 2 years earlier, and I had listened to the Dan Ingrams and the Harry Harrisons and the Winds guys. And, oh, yes, all of a sudden, here came this guy. Oh, man, he was 66 WNBC. Imus in the morning.
Imus in the morning, yeah.
Right. Let it go. He and Charles McCord, of course, made me want to be a morning disc jockey. Boy, was I an idiot. But anyway, the thing of it is that we lost this giant. And it's really sad because he went from being this monster top 40 jock in the biggest city in the world. I mean, it's like, again, he ruled New York radio.
Yep, he did.
And then something happened in the 80s, and all of a sudden, this real fun guy became this really curmudgeon, ultra-conservative, no tolerance for anybody who didn't agree with him, really angry guy that MSNBC loved until he turned on them, and then it's like they didn't love him no more.
Mm-hmm.
He just retired 2 years ago from commercial radio. Again, it's like, and like I say, as a kid growing up, it's like, you set your goals on people. Like I say, I wanted to be the next Dan Ingram, man.
Yeah.
I wanted to be, and like I say, I wanted to be Johnny Dark. Shut up. I wanted to be.
Well, you got halfway there.
I wanted to be Imus in the morning, again. And when I got to Philly, oh, man, I was a step away. And then New York radio just all changed. Oh, man.
Yeah, something happened. You're right. During the 80s, it got to the point where, like, yeah, music is nice. But, look at these talk programs.
Yeah, exactly.
Sports programs, too. Listen, there's a lot of people listening to sports.
My dream was broken when WABC went talk.
Yep.
I mean, it's like that broke my heart. That's what I was striving for. That's what I was working for. I wanted to be in the same city.
Well, that was the dealio. But you got to realize that's an AM station. And
I didn't care, man. It's like it was AM ruled, man.
I know. It did. But
1,000 watts.
But you got to realize it was the 80s, as you pointed out. So you had the opportunity of, now you had cassettes competing in your car. You had FM. CDs were starting to come out. FM, yep, that was out there as well. So the quality of AM just wasn't there, and they tried to bring it up, but no.
Well, it's like, I tell you, my old station in Philly, WISP, 94 Rock, is now, I think, sharing a frequency with WIP, which is a sports station in Philly.
Yep.
I think that's the way it's working, but it's like, yeah, I mean, I'm realizing as the days go on how much of a dinosaur I am in this business. That's okay. And we are a dying breed. Again, it's like, I don't see anybody having telethons to help save the old disc jockeys.
Well, it's interesting you mentioned that they went all sports, because we do this podcast because we're just talking about just about anything. It's just everything comes out. It's just like, we vomit information.
Okay, I'm vomiting some right now.
Can you please clean that up? Here's a shovel. But the what's interesting is I talk to people on a regular basis, and they all want to do a podcast. I'm like, great. Podcasts are a lot of fun. And so what do you do? Oh, sports. And I'm thinking, wow, really? Okay. Don't we have enough of that?
We probably, I mean, if I took a look, there are probably a good 300 sports podcasts on at any given time.
Mm-hmm.
And they're all saying the same thing.
Yes, they are. Did you see that game last night? Oh, yeah, that full court press. I can't believe that the whole game. 75 minutes.
And that's that slices their pie up really, really, really finely. Which is why we have an opportunity for people who are tired of the same old, and are interested in two guys who, well, we're well-read. We are pretty well-read. Well, we've read a book once or twice.
I saw one in a library once. Hey, speaking of which, did you know that Russia and Ukraine were different countries at this point? I thought they were like one. It wasn't the USSR. One, they were all together. They all spoke the same language. I just found out these guys are doing a prisoner exchange. I'm like, what? Wait, guys. You Vladimir, come walk over here. Vladimir, you come walk over here. Why, guys? Just keep your own Vladimirs, okay? You know, just call it a day because this is silly. It'd be like New York and New Jersey having like an exchange. Like, you know, come on.
Speaking of New York, okay. In the world is Michael Bloomberg thinking?
Oh my gosh, I can spend myself to the presidency, no problem.
I mean, you know, this, I like I say, and that's, here's the good side of that.
Yeah.
The good side of that is that this is going to be one guy who is not going to be out there knocking on doors and sending you emails to send him money.
Nope.
So he's going to he put like $100 million, $100 million in buying advertising all over the country.
The guy is everywhere.
Everywhere. This guy is richer than God. And it's like, and he's putting his money where his mouth is. And you know why that is? It's because, hey, look, I got all the money I will ever need, my family will ever need for generations to come.
Yep.
Let me find some way to waste this and make myself just a national homage. So I'll buy all this television stuff. Hey, everybody, Michael Bloomberg. Hey, everybody. And
he's everywhere. He's everywhere.
If you remember, he's like Chicken Man. That's right. He's everywhere. He's everywhere.
I bought a toothbrush the other day. I had a picture on it. I couldn't believe it.
So, but Michael Bloomberg is deciding the most unorthodox way in order to win the presidency. And here's the reason that I'm not laughing about this. Remember 2016.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody gave that guy a snowball's chance in Hades.
That's right.
And the day after election, everybody was going, what?
Did I drink that much Jim Beam?
Oh my God. So I'm not disqualifying Michael Bloomberg because, you know, in my old neighborhood, we had a saying, money talks and BS walks.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, again, he's putting his money where his mouth is. But here's the kicker. Okay. This guy is just giving away $100 million. You know, television stations, their general managers are having a nut about this one, man. It's like, ooh, it's a Christmas barrage of money.
Let me ask you this. Your terrestrial station, have you guys seen any of his commercials?
No. Oh. And I'm trying to figure out, you know, I mean, like I say, hey, Mike. Hey, buddy. Hey, don't forget the poor relations here in the South. You need the South. Don't forget, you need the South. I just thought it was, and I got to see, well, do me a favor, because I'm going to see if I can find one of these spots. You're going to love this.
What else you got? What is that you getting a pick on him? The poor guy's spending money hand over fist.
I'm not picking on him. I'm saying that, look, if I had, well, it's like, obviously this guy's got a number of $1 billion at his fingertips.
But my point is that, are you going to vote for him?
No.
Why not?
No, are you kidding?
Look,
no.
when,
That's how we got into this damn mess to begin with, because it's like we wanted someone who was going to change, somebody who was not a Washington insider. We want somebody who's going to stand up to the blah, blah, blah. He's going to drain the swamp. Blah, 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 blah.
All right. Here's the deal. Here's what I found out. Okay, you ready? All right. Now, whoever had, you drive around town before election time. Whoever has the largest sign in the people's front yards, or the most number of signs in the front yard, every single time they win. So what we should do is find out who has the most amount of advertising and just give them the presidency. Don't even do the vote. Yeah, because it's probably going to be Michael. So we might as well just get used to it. Go, all right, he's our next president. Whatever. What does he want to do?
Oh, my. Okay, all right.
Because that's the way it runs now.
Are you ready for this?
Whoever has the most amount of money.
Listen to this.
All right, go ahead.
Donald Trump was blah, 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 and that he had $4 billion, blah, blah, blah. And it's like they found out that he has considerable less.
He's got $767.69.
Michael Bloomberg's net worth. Are you ready to fall out the chair?
All right, I'm holding out with both seats.
$56.1 billion with a B dollars.
So basically, he could walk into everybody's house and go, "Here's $200,000. Vote for me. Here's $200,000 for you. Vote for me. Here's $200,000 for you. Vote for me. Hey, here's $200,000. Vote for me. Hey, you, the guy with the plaid shirt. Here's $200,000. Vote for me."
Now check this out. Most of our presidents are like 6 feet. You know, again, they're tall, strapping, presidential-looking guys.
Correct.
Bloomberg's 5'8".
With lips.
But see, he's got $56 billion. So if he's giving away $100 million, that is a drop in the bucket.
I know.
And if he wants to, he could actually triple or quadruple it. He could definitely outspend both parties and still not even be close to broke. That's the kind of wealth you want.
Yeah.
Where you get, it doesn't matter what you buy, you're never going to be broke.
Yep. I'm going to buy the Eiffel Tower. Well, that was $27 million. It's okay.
I'll take it. Wrap it up and send it to me. It's like Amazon. Let's see.
I'll take two.
So I'm looking at his wife, Diane Taylor.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh man, she's taller than he is. He really is a runty little guy. I see. Does the word Napoleonic come to mind?
So it's very interesting because I don't think there have been any presidents under 6 foot who've made it, who've run for president. It's always the ones that are 6 foot higher. Let's take a look. Exactly. All right. Height of presidents of the USA. Let's see.
Oh my
Abraham Lincoln 6'4", Donald Trump 6'3", Bill Clinton 6'2", Ronald Reagan 6'1", Andrew Jackson 6'1", Roosevelt 6. Everybody's over 6 foot. So yeah.
So he's gonna have to. Not only is he gonna have to buy himself to the short people.
There's a controversial experimental surgery we can do here, Mike. What we do is we take your legs and we snip them like put a 1/4 inch each every 15 inches. And then when we do this every 9 months or so, and then it grows back and they get a little bit taller. Yeah, don't worry about it. Your spine, we're going to stick a couple extra bones in there. You know what I'm saying?
Well, again, that people, of course, have constantly grown. So it's like, there is talk that at the time of Jesus walking the earth, that men were like 4'7".
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I mean,
let's see. Richard Nixon was kind of a short guy. He was 5'11". Let's see. I'm going downward. Oh, wait. Hold on. Nope. Jimmy Carter was 5'2". We're getting smaller people. Hold on. James Madison was the shortest at 5'4". Let's see. He would have to be, he's 5'8", so be, well, we have a choice. He could be William Henry Harrison, Harry S. Truman. Oh, it's mistyped. It's misspelled. Harry S. Truman, that's wrong. Ulysses S. Grant. Did you know that the S in Harry S. Truman stands for?
Poop head.
No, it's an S, as in Sally or Samantha. You ding dong.
Okay, Sally.
No, the S in Harry S. Truman stands for S. So by putting a period after it is wrong. I gotta fix this. Is this Wikipedia? It is Wikipedia, for the love of God.
So his middle name is S.
Yes, his middle name is S. It doesn't stand for anything. And he fought it tooth and nail. People keep, like putting a period. I guess no, there's no period after that. Sorry.
Yeah. Oh, hey, listen to this. Michael Bloomberg boasts a net worth 17 times greater than Donald Trump.
So he can definitely outspend him. That's good. That's good.
So I mean, I'm just looking at Michael Bloomberg as, hey, he could be a power. He could be a game changer, man.
Yeah, all 5'8" of him.
Say what?
I said all 5'8" of him.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Let me see here. Wait a minute. Let me see if I can find something. All right, you have to take care of something while I do this.
Okay. All right. Well, then we can do a short break and we can come back and we'll do that. How about that?
All right, that'll work.
We'll do our break early. It'll be fun. Right. But you gotta listen though.
Oh, okay. All right.
Are you leaving?
No, I'm right here. I'm sitting here.
Okay. So we'll do this.
Goodness for this break. Sadly, however, we will return to the Slade and Mayson Show.
Today in history, December 29th, 1778. 3,000 British soldiers under the command of Lieutenant Colonel Archibald Campbell capture Savannah, Georgia. I do declare. 1812, the U.S. Constitution, under the command of Captain William Bainbridge, captures the HMS Java off the coast of Brazil after a 3-hour battle. 3-hour battle. 1851. The first American YMCA opens in Boston, Massachusetts. No sign of the Indian or the construction guy, but we're looking. 1934. Japan renounces the Washington Naval Treaty of 1922 and the London Naval Treaty of 1930. Okay, I'm not thinking this is going to go so well. 1937. The Irish Free State is replaced by a new state called Ireland with the adoption of a new constitution. Kind of like New Coke. 1992. Fernando Collor de Mello, president of Brazil, tries to resign amid corruption charges, but is then impeached. Isn't that a lot like quitting a job before you know you're going to get fired? And finally, 2006. The UK settles its Anglo-American loan. This was a post-World War II loan debt. Sadly, they made the check out to General Eisenhower, so we're not quite sure what to do with that. I'm Dan Mason, and that's December 29th.
Hey there, Carmine Deguzio here. What are you doing? Hey, welcome to my post-Christmas warehouse sale. Yeah, we got it all. You're looking for wreaths at low prices? I got a truckload of them. We'll shake off the extra needles and bam, they's like new. Pop them in the freezer for next year. They's just steel, if you know what I mean. Need a Christmas tree? Maybe not now, but you will next year. Go ahead and get one of them there lovely trees that we have at our incredible, insane low prices and simply cut up the branches and store them in the freezer. When you're ready to get them used again, just glue them back on. Ribbons? We got piles of them. Red mostly, but hey, Valentine's Day is right around the corner. Your loved one is going to explode with joy, or something, when she sees you have enough ribbon to wrap around her new Mercedes just bought her. Thanks. Hey, and this is just the tip of the iceberg. We got piles of gently used tinsel. Heck, you ain't doing nothing. You've got a full year. Go ahead and straighten them out. Light bulb strings lovingly wound for yours for the taking. Come on down to Carmine Deguzio's post-Christmas warehouse sale. You should be glad you did.
Rok, vlooirok, klokkende rok. Als je aan het rokken bent, kijk je op geen klok. De een is er tegen, de ander voor. Van bedelman tot grootmajoor. Papa wordt dol, bij rock en roll. Hij stijgert als een knol op hol. Hij slingert moe voor ruim 200 pond bij haar enkels door. De balzaal rond, er komt voor rock, doing rock around the clock tonight. Het was voor pa een hele tour. Hij kreeg haar haast niet van de vloer, maar onverwacht vloog zij een meter hoog, want hij trapte op haar extra hoog. De komt voor rock, doing rock around the clock tonight. Rok, vlooirok, klokkende rok. Als je aan het rokken bent, kijk je op geen klok. De een is er tegen, de ander voor. Van bedelman tot grootmajoor. En ook de ochtendgymnastiek doen wij op rock'n'roll muziek. We springen armen zwaaiend in het grond. Dan ligt een rock en rollen op de grond. Dan komt een rock, doing rock around the clock tonight. Tante drukte bij de rock'n'roll. Haar man nog platter dan de school. En als die vent nu eens geen schouders had, dan zakte zo zijn boordje op de mat. Dan komt een rock, doing rock around the clock tonight. Opa zei, dit houdt je jong. En dan verheugde reuzensprong. Toen gleed hij uit en trok per ongeluk de nieuwe cocktailjurk van oma stuk. De komt voor rock, doing rock around the clock tonight. Het feest ging door tot middernacht. En oma heeft niet lang gewacht, want ze kocht een rok. De stad ging vol met die nieuwe rok. Ging ze aan de rol, de komt voor rock, doing rock around the clock tonight.
Sorry about that, gang. But now we must return you to the Slade and Mayson Show.
Oh my gosh. That was great.
I was.
Hi, I'm JD Slade.
I'm Dan Mason.
And this is the Slade and Mayson Show.
All right, so real quick, that was Unter Spellbreakens, Unter Telefunken Records, rocking around the clock for today. Our Swedish friends for you. Under TikTok Day, which is a day where you were supposed to get things done.
Oh my God! I'm thinking no. It's like it sounds too much like, and sure enough, there it was.
Gosh. All right, hey, real quick, this section of the Slade and Mayson Show is brought to you by I See Something. I See my buddy Sheila Keenan. Let me tell you, give them a call at 804-617-8827. They have some real nice icy treats. I know it's icy cold outside. Well, actually, it's not. It's going to go up to about 52 degrees today. But www.icey something, SOMITHIN, no G on there, ICEY.com. Again, they have a Facebook page. They've got, Instagram, where we have our picture from 2016. Go check them out. They have, it's kind of neat because what they do is they have shaved ice treats. It's a little truck that shows up and you have your different choices of flavors. You can make your own combinations. Great for parties, corporate events, fundraisers, all sorts of fun things. They are booking right now for the summertime, so now would be a good time to give them a call at 804-617-8827, 804-617-8827.
Nope, you can't start now because I have to finish my commentary here.
Okay. Rockin' round the clocks today. Yeah.
Mike Bloomberg started as a middle-class kid who had to work his way through college, then built a business from a single room to a global entity, creating tens of thousands of good-paying jobs along the way.
All right, now, first off.
And then he brought about September 11th, and by doing so, that'll be Donald Trump's take on it. You actually blew up the towers.
Now listen, this first 15 seconds basically covers the first 30 years of this guy's life. Listen.
Mike Bloomberg started as a middle-class kid who had to work his way through college, then built a business from a single room to a global entity, creating tens of thousands of good-paying jobs along the way. He could have stopped there. But when New York suffered the terrible tragedy of 9/11, he took charge, becoming a 3-term mayor who brought a city back from the ashes and brought back jobs and hope with it, creating tens of thousands of affordable housing units so families could have a decent place to live, raising teachers' salaries. And
all right, wait.
So we have tens of thousands of jobs throughout the world and tens of thousands of places to live.
Now, have you been to New York anytime lately?
I try not to, but
I don't know where Mike Bloomberg put all this affordable.
Does the word the Bowery mean anything to you?
Mr. Bloomberg, I lived at 57th and Lenox, okay? And I can guarantee you, all these happy black people that you have, they don't live in that neighborhood. Oh, wait a minute, but let us continue.
Kids' graduation rates and creating a more open and livable city for the millions who call it home. He could have stopped there. But when he witnessed the terrible toll of gun violence, he put his money where his heart is, helping to create a movement to take on the NRA and the politicians they own, to protect families across this country and help turn the tide. And he's funded college educations for thousands of deserving low-income and middle-class kids and supported life-saving medical research.
Wait. Are we promoting Mike?
Say what?
Are we promoting Mike?
You're not promoting Mike. I'm just telling you what he's about, okay? So... all right, now, here we go. It's like Mike has done all this. He's done everything but walk on water because you can't walk on the Hudson because it's so filthy. And so there again, there's one of his failures he never took care of. It's like it's still one of the filthiest cities in the nation.
Yes, it is.
Got a rat problem. Oh, now I will say this much. The murder rate is down. But that's because they've killed all the murderers.
You are really going there.
All right, here we go. Wait a minute. All right, and now the grand finale.
Outright denial of this administration to protect the only home we have from the growing menace of climate change. But now he sees a different kind of menace coming from Washington. So there's no stopping here because there's an America waiting to be rebuilt.
Wow.
America.
Okay, and then America waiting to be rebuilt. And just as we have that picture, right? Okay, now can you imagine what picture is in your mind when he's going, America works?
Yeah, it's someone driving an F-150 in the middle of the...
Oh no. Here is Mike. He's in a neighborhood that doesn't look anywhere like New York. It looks like it could be in the suburbs of Virginia. And of course, he's got his token black people. The one guy looks like Uncle Ben. The other guy looks like Aunt Jemima, and he's like shaking hands with them and looking at them lovingly. Again, I'm just saying, listen, let's just think. Remember how we got this billionaire in the White House.
Mm-hmm.
Let's not make the same mistake again, please.
Well, the other interesting thing is right now he's a Democrat. And before that, he was a Republican. And let's see. So in between that, he was an independent. So, but then again, so was Donald Trump. So I don't know. I don't know. response to that letter.
Okay, so that's all I wanted to do. I didn't really want to. I don't want to bog this program down with politics. There was one more thing that happened in the last week that I just, man, I'm just like excited about.
Go ahead.
Would you like to hear it?
What?
It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. A good day for a neighbor. Could you be mine? Would you be mine? I'm going for.
All right, we got to cut off. Got to cut off.
My neighbor's all
Hey,
black.
Mr. Slade.
Now they white.
All right, hey.
Turned into a bank. Elevator works and the stairs they don't stink. The white people came and changed everything, but I am still your neighbor.
There you go.
All right, now I gotta get rid of all that.
No, that's
Yes.
comedy. That's comedy.
I know, but it won't play out.
I'll bet you it will.
We're gonna get dinged.
I'll bet you won't.
I bet you we will.
Will you be my neighbor?
Yes, he returned. He was funny. He said the S word. Moving on. He was Gumby, damn it.
You know, it's like I told you about my latest guilty pleasure.
Cinnamon Coke?
No. Black Jesus.
What?
It just.
Oh, man.
Listen, this is a television show. It is a genuine television show. It's on Adult Swim on MTV. Now, I'll tell you what. Here's what you do. Because I know that you've got a computer in front of you. Just for the sake of argument, just take a look at Black Jesus. Now, here's the reason why this show has appealed to me. Because, number one, is Black Jesus. Number two, this is if I were going to be thinking about what Jesus might be, I probably know me a couple of Black Jesus. I mean, it's taken from the view that this Jesus lives in Compton. And so all these situations deal with being in Compton.
Oh my God.
Now, the funny thing about it is that Eddie Murphy's brother, Charlie, before he died, was an integral part of this show. Mm-hmm. And he was really, really funny. And the other one, John Witherspoon, he's another black comedian who he's the, what's that Brooks guy? The drunken Brooks guy.
He plays Lloyd.
He plays Lloyd.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, he's like Foster Brooks. All right, that's who I was thinking about. He's like a black Foster Brooks.
Okay.
And of course, he loves to drink. Well, when Charlie Murphy got sick, they had to try and figure out how to rework it. So what they did is they made Jesus commit another miracle. And what he did is he made Lloyd sober, so he couldn't get drunk. And just watching, because he likes to drink Tommy.
Well,
and that's Roger Liquor. So.
And John Witherspoon passed away too.
Yes. So you see, again, every year there's been a major character who ends up passing away. And so, again, it might not be the best. It might be like being the guy in the blue shirt on Star Trek in the mission when everybody else is wearing orange.
Please, I don't want to do an away team, please. Yes. Put that blue shirt on.
Yeah, you wear the blue shirt. He's going to be dead before you hear space. The vital.
Yeah. Go grab that tricorder and stand on his pad, okay? I don't want
to. Listen, this is how you got your SAG card.
Oh my gosh. Oh, you are so bad, so bad.
Thank you.
Let's see. So let me ask you this. This is so funny.
Yeah, you and the Elmer Foothead.
Oh, whoa.
And this is how it starts, you see, ladies and gentlemen.
I was reading new for 2020, and I always have to. I don't know if I'm being a bad guy or what have you, but it's okay.
You're the bad guy.
Here we go. So people talk about what's called you know what a side hustle is.
Oh yeah, I have many of them. This is a side hustle.
Sure. Except this doesn't make any money.
That's right. Yeah, it's a poor hustle, but it's a side hustle.
Please buy our merch.
Oh, please buy our merch. We need your support. We'll even throw in a cookie puss for you.
Humpy the whale.
And this is why
a lot of people are not going to know what that was all about, but I enjoyed it.
And that's what's important. That we have.
Yeah, we're having fun. You guys, you're sitting in the audience going, "What?"
You'll catch up, I assure you.
Go back and listen. All right, so the end of the year, the beginning of the year, always brings about people, go, oh, here's the next new thing. The next new thing. All right, so the next new thing that this one reported was selling omega-3 non-fish sourced tablets. And this is done for people who don't like the fishy smell and taste of the tablets, because you swallow them, and after about an hour and a half you burp, and the next thing you know you got salmon in your mouth. But so what
that's what you guys have. Oh, I got it. I was wondering what the heck that was.
Oh my gosh, what is that?
Oh God.
Is that haddock? What was that, haddock?
I thought you guys were living in a sardine factory. Ooh. Maybe you were eating something that you shouldn't have been.
So they talk about this is now the new side, and it's pretty lame out because what they're recommending is find a manufacturer, drop ship it to customers. And I'm thinking, okay, I got it. You'll make money. But what if everybody did that? You'd have like 600,000 retailers of non-fish omega-3. Just like you have 600,000 Uber drivers, 1 billion Lyft drivers.
Oh, but they're coming into their season, man, because this next few days, they're going to make a mint.
That's fine for the next few days, and then they got nothing for the rest of the year. That's the problem.
It's just like retail operations. They depend on Christmas for 40% of their yearly revenue. So it's like Lyft drivers, save your money.
Yeah, it's supply and demand. There's not going to be a whole lot of demand. There's a whole lot of supply of Lyft drivers. I see people where I work, they have both stickers on the back of their vehicle. So they are both Lyft and Uber. And that just tells me that there ain't no money in it. Same thing.
Sorry, I have a problem. We used to call them taxis.
Yeah.
I mean, well, and it was all cool. You got in the back of this big old yellow taxi, and you'd hear this guy go crank, and that would be the meter running. Yeah. And that's, again, now
that's the most amount of conversation you get out of the guy.
That's it. Again, his name is Mock Mac.
It's all consonants. I had to buy a vowel.
17 consonants and one vowel. I. Oh, God. Hey, man. So,
what?
All right. Listen, since we last talked, you went through Christmas, man. How was it?
Oh, it was fine. So, let me ask you this. So,
wait a minute. Whoa. Back up.
Okay. Up. I'm poor.
Okay.
And that's it. It's the holiday season. Hey,
okay, so now wait a minute. Whoa.
What?
Whoa. Back up.
What?
So, all right, you got 17 children.
Yes.
And I know that I realize now why you're poor, because you have 17 children.
Yes.
But, I mean, you folks usually go all out for your children at Christmas, and
what do you mean, you folk?
Well, again, because if you take a look at my folks, our credit ratings are like 514s. So,
it's the holiday season.
You guys who have that 680 thing going on, it's like, lots of opportunities to overspend for Christmas.
Yeah. No, didn't do that. But, it's going to be a rough couple of months. We'll just say that.
Are you sure you're white, really?
No.
I mean, really?
All right. Back off, buddy. No. All right.
Wow.
So, yeah. So,
you're the poorest people I know.
Do you know? All right. Are you familiar with Betelgeuse?
Yeah. As a matter of fact, if you say it 3 times, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Oh,
did you know?
Yeah, Michael Keaton.
Did you know it is also a star?
Betelgeuse?
Yeah. Did you know that Betelgeuse is the star in the shoulder of Orion?
Oh, does that mean that for $49.99 I can get a star?
Just not that one.
I love people who say that they did that. Just give me the money.
Yeah, I'm gonna put it in a book. Look, your name, J.D. Slade, is now.
Yeah, right.
Betelgeuse. Okay. Oh my gosh! Yeah, I got a certificate and a plaque.
He drifted away from Christmas. Okay,
right,
let's move on to New Year's. Now, what's going on for New Year's, brother?
Well, apparently Betelgeuse is it's wavering, and they usually watch it. It's a giant sun. Like you could take like 6 million of our suns and like stick it inside of Betelgeuse. That's how big it is. Now, the other thing is it's 700 light years away from Earth. Now, I know that sounds like it's real far away, but that's only 700 light years. Now, the interesting thing is when it wavers like that, apparently what they're anticipating is that Betelgeuse might actually go supernova. If it goes supernova, we're going to see it in the daytime up in the sky.
Could you be mine? Would you be mine?
Okay, so now the other thing is to remember it's 700 light years away, and they're waiting for this to happen. But if it's going to happen, it already happened 700 years ago because it's 700 light years away from Earth. Because it takes 700 years for the light to make its way from Betelgeuse across the universe, over to Earth so that we can see it.
And once this miracle of science happens, what date then 700 light years away from when it happened are we supposed to see this?
So they say it can happen anywhere between now to 250,000 years from now. So set your calendar. You don't want to miss this one.
Oh my!
It could happen any minute now. I mean, that's a short amount of time, man. If you think about the life of a star, that's like nothing, baby.
Now, again, here's what that reminded me of. And I don't mean to poke fun at religious leaders because I was religious, again.
But you were not a leader.
I was not a leader. When they say, we are living in the last times. And you go, wait a minute. Oh, wow. Is that happening like next week or next year? No, we don't know, but we are there.
We'll get back to you.
When you start seeing the earth shake and quake and break up, you'll know you're there.
And if it doesn't happen, it will.
So,
oh my God!
You have some of these really, really, really strict religious folks that are, they're believing like the last times are tomorrow, and I'm I'm hedging my bets. You know?
Well, and now there's another one that's science. I'll just say him science writer because I'm not even going to mention the guy's name. He's talking about the fact that apparently the Earth's magnetic field has been drastically weakening over the past 100 years. Okay, first off, he's not that old. And if this continues, which it normally does, the magnetic field will collapse completely, which happens on occasion, and then we'll be exposed to radioactive waves from the sun, which happens all the time, and then the magnetic field will show up again.
So it's
like a whole lot of nothing.
To the restart.
Yeah, but north will be south and south will be north, or it might be over in like Saskatchewan, New Jersey is the North Pole. You know, we don't know. So, but they've been having a horn about this for 80 years. But go ahead.
8 seconds.
I was gone for a bit, but it's now I'm all right. My neighbors was all black, but now they white.
You were happy to see him come back, weren't you?
I was extremely happy, again, because, yeah, Eddie was one of the funniest dudes back in Delirious and the Raw Day. Woo, there was nobody funny, and nobody could wear a red leather suit like Eddie Murphy.
Well, let me ask you this. That beer belly he was sporting in that scene, do you think that was real or is that added?
Oh, that's added.
That is added? Okay, he's all trim and everything?
Oh, yeah, it's like, yeah, he's in, again, hey, man, it's like, you've been playing the game, man. You got 10 kids. You got to be running around. You heard what he said.
He says 11.
Well, he says it's like he's working hard because 10 kids are very expensive. You should know that.
Well, hey, I'm one of 11, baby. Let me tell you something. Hey, here's something you might not know. New study. They spent buku bucks on this one. You ready for this one? All right, here we go. Ready? Here we go. Night binging while pregnant leads to weight gain.
Hey, you know what? I have a codicil to that, so maybe I should be famous.
Go ahead. What do you got?
Night binging, even if you're not pregnant, will lead to weight gain.
Multi-year study. I'm like, oh my
car parts.
I couldn't believe it. I'm like, you have got to be kidding me. Follow up. Stubbing your toe in the dark hurts.
I want to know how much did we pay for this bit of knowledge?
I don't think I want to know. You should hear comments people putting down like, duh.
I got to talk to you, brother. It's like, I want you to talk to Carmine.
All right. Well, he was on earlier.
I know, but I want you to talk to him. I want him to start thinking about this so we can be ready for next year.
What do you got for next year?
I already got it. You ready?
Go ahead.
Carmine Deguzio's Porch Pirate Academy.
Oh, man.
Listen.
Yeah.
These have been making out like bandits this year.
Yes.
And it's like, when I saw the first one, I thought, well, you know what you could do? You could just follow the trucks. And sure enough.
And that's what they're doing.
I've laid it out for them. They follow these trucks, Amazon, UPS, FedEx. They watch the guy get out with his little shorts on and run up to the house with a package. And then they watch him drive off, and then they go in.
They pull up in their Ryder truck, and they open up the back of the truck, and they take the package and stick it back. Why don't they just take the UPS driver, meet in the corner somewhere, and go, here, just put them all in the back of my body.
Well, because then it's like that makes him complacent. It's like this way it looks like he looks like he's being robbed as opposed to, even though they're probably half of them are already in on it.
Have you seen the YouTube video where the guy, and I think I'll put a post in there, he gets revenge on those people doing that.
Is this the guy with the gas bomb and
with the glitter bomb?
Yeah.
All right, I will post that because that is awesome. And then he gets back at the guy who the second generation, he wanted to protect a neighborhood, if you will. Sent out a whole bunch of these throughout the United States, and the one guy did not return it. So what he did. What's the Church of Scientology, I guess it is. He subscribed to like $300 worth of the Scientology books under the guy's name and put his contact information in there and put, here are your Viagra samples, in all the neighborhood mailboxes with his name on it, but putting the wrong address in. So got his neighbors thinking like he's got a problem, and the Scientology people just keep calling him. Because he's really interested. He spent $300. So, yeah.
So who got the last laugh on that?
Yeah, he did. It was awesome. So,
well, see, again, now when I lived in the city, I lived in Bridgeport, Connecticut for a number of years. Mm-hmm. And, it's like it was really fun to send pizza delivery places to cross the street. This is before they had caller ID and all that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, again, or you could send taxis to him, and you watch 4 different cab companies pull up to this guy's house. Just really good stuff.
You're mean.
Oh, but listen, you know what? I spent $40,000 getting my education, my college degree. Mm-hmm. And I wonder why to get that same degree is going to cost you almost twice as much. But I now know why college is so expensive.
Why?
University of California, Irvine psychics professor Michael Denon tells CB Resources that Santa would defeat any superhero he came up against. Santa is a superhero in that he's fighting against some kind of negativity and bad things just in general that we focus on, and he's not bringing he's bringing a kind of joy and goodness as he celebrates the idea of giving. Anyway, Santa's faster than Superman or the Flash, who can they find a law of physics by warping space and time. He can also shapeshift, allowing him to creep into homes undetected. And when it comes to psychic abilities, Professor X isn't fit to carry Santa's hat.
Well,
I have a question for you. See if you can find out what's the tuition for the University of California, Irvine. And once you do that, it's like I want to, and since this is all over the country, I'm pointing out why it costs so doggone much to go to the University of California, Irvine. When your physics professors waste all this time talking about whether Santa's faster or stronger than Superman.
Let's see. In-state is $13,344. Out of state would be $28,446 a year.
Your hard-earned dollars at work, it's like, I tell you what, I've made the wrong choice again, because it's like I could argue this stupid point for years.
Yes. But annually it costs about $33,000 because you got to put in books, you have to put in housing. It could be almost $60,000 outside of state.
I'd love to get the breakdown of the students' population.
Yeah,
because I'll bet you there's a whole lot of pale faces at the University of California in Irvine.
Speaking of education and doctors and everything, do you know they are in panic mode right now, the doctors? Do you know why? Because there is a flu outbreak and or flu-like symptoms. They don't know what it is, and they're all in panic. It's the flu season, guys. Move on. Get your flu shot. Hey, this is brought to you by the Carmine Deguzio drive-by flu service.
Take your butt out the window. We'll take care of the rest.
Yeah, hopefully it'll be something that won't have a problem with you. You know what I'm saying?
It's like, and I here's where I'm bad, because it's like I just take another stance about this flu shot thing. I won't do it.
Yeah.
I just stopped hanging around with you people.
Yeah.
Again, you guys are like typhoid Marys. So
does the doctor ever tell you should get the flu shot?
Yeah, he does. Sure.
And what do you say when he says that? You look at him with a dirty eye and you go,
I say no, thank you.
And you say, wash your hands. Don't wipe your nose twice.
I mean, like I say, but you gotta work around some of these people around here. Again, we got one guy, I won't mention his name. Like in the trash can all the time, man.
He just, I don't know about it. I don't know anything more about that. That's gross. I want to talk about it. That's gross. I want to hear it. Oh.
And my boy Boogie doesn't dump the trash but once a week.
Yeah. Well, there's that music, gang. You know what that means.
Are you kidding?
Yep, we have sucked up yet another hour. I know.
Jesus.
No, I'm not Jesus, but I'm an incredible simulation. So,
hey, remember Black Jesus, MTV, Adult Swim.
For adults.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Because you're over 18.
And this guy, he even smokes pot, man. I tell you what, he's the coolest Jesus. He's my kind of Jesus.
Hi, I'm J.D. Slade.
I'm Dan Mason,
and this is the Slade and Mayson Show.
All right, Mr. Slade. Say goodbye, Mr. Slade.
Do I have to? I'm having too much fun.
Say goodbye, Mr. Slade.
Goodbye, Mr. Slade. Hey, Happy New Year, everybody.
Happy New Year.
See, you didn't even mention that.
Is it New Year?
Yeah, you didn't want to talk. You didn't want to talk about Christmas. You know, again, I was trying to talk about all the things that white people get into this time of year.
Who you calling white?
Good old Tennessee, forgot and never got to mind. I have reached today where falling asleep on the couch has nothing to do with coming home drunk.
De een is er tegen de ander voor, van bedelman tot grootmajoor.
I really was surprised at that because it's like I was only joking, and sure enough, man.
Say goodbye, Mr. Slade.
Goodbye, Mr. Slade.